Hey, welcome back everyone. Your boy Chef Momo, Andres here again. So the last time I talked to you, last video, we started the lobster bisque, it's the lobster stock. But we're gonna finish that today with a few ingredients here. As you can see right in front of me, I have some cream, some tomato paste, Tabasco, some white wine Chardonnay, or you can use sherry. I have some rice there and some bay leaves. But before we start putting everything in there and adding on, let's jump over here to see what we finished off the last time. So as you can see, the stock has been sitting overnight. As I mentioned, told you guys, it's been boiling for about roughly 6 hours. So this is what we have here. I have the pot back on, but what we're gonna do now is take out all of those shells because we don't need those any longer. They were just there just to give us the flavors that we needed to make sure everything worked out well. So we're gonna just take these and throw them right in the garbage. Or you can save them and eat them if you want to. I mean, some of this has some meat in there, but I don't particularly care for it. There are some pieces of celery in there too from the recipe last time, but you know what? Get as many pieces as you can of the celery out. If not, we're gonna blend this all together later anyway, so it doesn't honestly even matter. But if you can grab it, grab it. All right, so let's jump back over to the counter really quick and let's go over all the ingredients that we have so far here. All right, so what we're gonna do first, I have about, what is this, about a cup and a half of white rice, long grain, short grain, whatever you have. We're gonna use this as a thickener for the bisque. A lot of times use roux, which is like flour and butter or flour and fat, but we're making this gluten-free. So someone else can eat it or you can pass it around just in case there's any allergies in the house. So we're gonna dump this right in. Dump that in there. Next, we're gonna take our bay leaves. You don't need to, the basils, 3 leaves. You don't need to cut these up because like as I mentioned, we're gonna blend this together later anyway. Just throw those right in there. This is the tomato paste I told you about. This is about, what am I doing this one? A third of a cup of tomato paste and about a tablespoon of Tabasco or any kind of spicy sauce you like to throw it in there. Next, we're gonna add the Chardonnay also. Like I mentioned before, you can use sherry. A lot of classic bisques, whether it's lobster, crab, shrimp bisque, they love using sherry. I don't have it, so I'm using Chardonnay, guys. All right, this is about, I believe, a half of a cup of Chardonnay. I'm gonna mix that all around so those flavors do their thing. And guys, we're just gonna cook the rice like regular. The rice, obviously, is not gonna take over the whole pot. But you want to cook this and boil this just until the rice is al dente, like regular. Just till it like bites nice and tender to the teeth. And then that'll be it. We'll blend it all together. All right, guys. I'll be right back with the rest of this once this rice boils, okay? Stay tuned. Oh, hey. You guys are back already, huh? Oh my gosh, I supposed to see that. All right, guys. Welcome back. All right, so now that we have this guy going, the rice is now soft. We're going to go ahead and start blending it so we get that nice creamy texture. Also, a side note, I tasted it because it did reduce for a while. The salt built up quite a lot, not overbearingly, but you know what you like with salt wise. So try it. If you need to add a little water, you can add a little water to dilute that saltiness. If you like a little salt, keep it. All right. So when you're blending, you want to put in little by little, literally, because it is hot and this pushes it up. It'll splatter all over the place and you'll burn yourself. So just gonna add a little by little. Make sure you get some of that rice in there. We're using the rice specifically for thickening. So we're gonna scoop that rice out to get that in here. All right, start about that much first. Make sure you're on low and slow. You don't wanna go too crazy, guys. And I do not have a top out there, guys, as you can see. We're using glass today, okay? All right, like I said, low and slow. All right, now that everything's nice and blended and smooth, we're gonna pour that right into the bowl. And then we're gonna do that a couple more times until we finish. All right, guys, I'll be right back once we finish this, okay? Alrighty, guys, now that we got everything blended, nice and smooth and creamy and velvety, this is what it looks like. I did kind of jazz the recipe up just a little bit. I added about 1.5 teaspoons of some cumin to give it more rounded flavor and earthiness. And I added about 1 teaspoon of some dry rosemary too. You don't have to do it, but I'm kind of heavy on herbal taste, so go for it or not. But give it a try. This is right now where you can taste to see salt levels, herb flavors. If you want to enhance it, this is where you want to go ahead and do that now before you start adding the cream, before we furthermore thick it up, okay? go, get all that good stuff in there. Put on a medium to high heat. You can cook it higher if you want to, but you have to watch it. I burnt this like a while back when I first started doing it. I burnt out, I wasn't paying any attention, and it burnt. It was catastrophic, guys. It was terrible. So you want to make sure if you have it on a high heat, just watch it. That's all. All right, nice and creamy. It's not as thick yet. So the last step, all we have to do is add heavy cream, and that's going to get that more orangey, bright orange color, and to also help thicken it up a little more too. I'm going to actually start with like, I don't know, maybe 2 cups of cream. I'm going to start here. I'm not going to use all of it, but just so I know where to go from there. I just want to get that color. So check this out as we're adding this in here. I'm going to add a cup first. Let's do a cup, yeah. So I just use about a cup. Still kind of dark orangish. I want a brighter orange color, so I'm going to add some more heavy cream. 2 cups. So I'm doing 2 cups, guys. We're going to add a more velvety texture to your bisque. All right, it's going to take a little time to get this nice and hot. I have it on high right now as I'm watching it. It burns quick, guys, so make sure you are watching this. Alrighty, guys. Well, I honestly, besides this, I mean, that's it. And the lobster bisque is done. What you're looking for now is after you get a nice boil, like I said, just keep watching it, keep whisking and turning it and turning it. You can add more fat to it, like butter if you want to add some more heavy cream. I've seen some recipes for sour cream also. So you can jazz it up and get a little happy with it. Parmesan cheese is great to add too, give more punch, like more of a tang to it also. But other than that, that's it, guys. Just lobster bisque there. Sorry. I'm going to the next few videos. We're going to turn this lobster bisque into a sauce for some pasta, a sauce for a chicken entree that I really love a lot. It's freaking awesome and it's super easy. Put everything in the oven and that's it. So we're going to do that next time. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. Chef Momo out.